Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. In today's session, we will learn a new chapter, that is company's account, issue of shares. So let's begin. Students, in 11th standard, we learned that for starting a business, businessman should bring capital for his business, and whatever the profit or loss, he should solely bear it. But suppose he wants to expand his business, he must involve partners in his business. Okay. So in this firm, more capital is required compared to sole trading concern, and partners are share profit and losses. तो यहाँ पे हमको ध्यान रखना है कि सोल ट्रेडिंग के बिजनेस में सोल ट्रेडर ही कैपिटल लाता है और पार्टनरशिप के बिजनेस में पार्टनर्स कैपिटल लाते हैं. Suppose we want to sell our products in all our parts in India. So for that we require more capital to start a company. Okay. So partners are not having so much amount of capital to start such a big company. So what we will do? We have to start a company. Okay. So where we raise capital from the public. कंपनी जब पब्लिक से पैसा रेज करती है तब हम उसे इशू ऑफ शेयर्स बोलते हैं. एज पर सेक्शन 246 ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट, शेयर इज द शेयर इन द कैपिटल ऑफ अ कंपनी एंड इंक्लूड्स स्टॉक एक्सेप्ट वेयर अ डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन स्टॉक एंड शेयर इज एक्सप्रेस्ड. Any of the units of equal value into which a company is divided is also called a share. It is an individual portion of a joint stock company's capital owned by a shareholder. Total capital of a company is divided into a number of individual units of a fixed amount. The fixed value which is printed on the share certificate is called nominal, par or face value of a share. So students, in the business of sole trading concern, sole trader brings capital, so he is the owner of the business. Okay. In partnership firm, partners are contributing the amount of capital, so they are the owner of the business. But in the business of a company, shareholder are contributing the capital, so they are the owner of the company. So shareholder company के मालिक होते हैं. So here we see some features of shareholder. Shareholder, for contributing their capital, they are getting dividend and bonus share and right shares. Okay. So shareholders को क्या मिलता है? कैपिटल कंट्रीब्यूट के बदले में डिविडेंड मिलता है और उनको राइट्स इशू, राइट शेयर्स और बोनस शेयर्स का उनको प्रिविलेज है. And their liability is also limited. Limited liability means shareholders are only liable for that amount of risk whatever they paid in the form of shares. Means company never asks extra amount from its shareholder. In case of sole trading and partnership firm, if business property is not sufficient, sole trader and partners have to sold their personal property and paid the debt of their business because their liability is unlimited. Okay. So students, capital contributed by the shareholder is called share capital. Okay. So we have to divide our share capital into some part. So division of share capital into small parts are called shares. So this we have to learn in detail. Suppose total share capital is 5 lakh rupees and we will divide per share value in 100 rupees. Then we have 5,000 shares and each share's value is rupees 100. So this is the face value of a share. Face value is a monetary value of a share which is printed on the share certificate. We have two types of shares, First is preference shares and second is equity shares. Preference shareholders will always getting first right. Equity shareholders are not getting any rights. Whenever company divides profits, company always first consider preference share than equity shares. So next is types of issue of shares. Okay, issue of shares are done by four methods. First is bonus issue, second is right issue, third is private placement and public issue. In 12th standard syllabus, questions are coming from public issue. Okay, when shares are offered to the people by way of public subscription is called public issue. In public subscription, money is collected in stages. There are three stages. First is equity share application, second is equity share allotment, and third is equity share calls. So students, in this part we will learn types of share capital. First is authorized share capital. Authorized share capital is stated in the capital clause of the Memorandum of Association. Okay, is treated as an authorized capital. So this is the maximum limit of capital to be raised during its lifetime of a company. This is also called registered share capital. So authorized capital is divided into issued share capital and unissued share capital. So the next is issued share capital. Generally, a company need not issue all the authorized capital at once. Issued capital means that portion of authorized capital which is issued by the company. It includes the nominal value of shares issued by the company to the public for cash और बोनस शेयर्स. इशूड कैपिटल वो पार्ट है ऑथोराइज शेयर कैपिटल का मीन्स जिसमें शेयर्स आर इशूड फॉर पब्लिक सब्सक्रिप्शन, सो एनी इंडिविजुअल इंटरेस्टेड कैन अप्लाई फॉर दिस शेयर्स. नेक्स्ट इज अनइशूड शेयर कैपिटल. It refers to that portion of the authorized capital which has not yet been issued by the company. So whatever the pending of authorized share capital is called unissued share capital. So next is subscribed capital and unsubscribed capital. Our issued capital is divided into subscribed and unsubscribed capital. So subscribed capital is a part of issued share capital which is subscribed by the public. They are applied by the public and also allotted by the company. It also includes the face value of shares issued by the company for consideration other than cash. यानी जितने शेयर्स के लिए पब्लिक एप्लीकेशन देती है उसे हम बोलते हैं सब्सक्राइब्ड शेयर कैपिटल. सपोज हमने 1,00,000 शेयर इशू किए थे और उसमें से 90,000 शेयर्स के मुझे एप्लीकेशन मिलते हैं. सो 90,000 शेयर्स आर माय सब्सक्राइब्ड शेयर कैपिटल एंड 10,000 शेयर्स आर पेंडिंग. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड अनसब्सक्राइब्ड शेयर capital. Okay, so subscribed share capital is divided into called up capital and uncalled capital. So next is called up capital. A company does not call the amount of shares at a time, so it is received in installment. The part of the subscribed share capital which is actually demanded by the company is called up शेयर कैपिटल. सपोज पब्लिक ने 90,000 शेयर्स के लिए अप्लाई किया है. पर शेयर प्राइस इज ₹10. सो दिस शेयर्स आर कॉल्ड अप कैपिटल. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द कंडीशन ऑफ अ कंपनी कि वो पैसा शेयर्स का एक साथ लेगी या तो स्टेजेस में. सपोज कंपनी डिमांड ₹8 करती है and whatever the pending amount is called uncalled capital. So students, 2 rupees is the balance amount and this is called uncalled capital. Okay. So called up capital is divided into paid up capital and unpaid capital and reserve capital. So first we start with the paid up capital. So it is a portion of called up capital which is actually paid by the shareholders. It may be equal to called up share capital or less than it. So whatever the amount paid by the public is called paid up capital. So next is unpaid capital. When shareholder fails to pay the amount of capital is called unpaid capital or calls in arrears. So the next is our reserve capital. As per section 99 of the Companies Act 1956, a company can maintain reserve capital by passing a special resolution. A portion of its subscribed uncalled capital will not be called up except in the winding off of a company. तो कंपनी जब शेयर्स इशू करती है तब एक रेजोल्यूशन पास करती है कि पेंडिंग अमाउंट of shares is demanded when company closed. So this is called a reserve capital. So students, in the next part we will learn this capital by some example. So students, in this part we will learn various terms of capital by one example. So first is authorized share capital. This is the maximum amount of capital which company raised in the lifetime of a company. Okay. For example, company can raise rupees 10 lakhs share capital which is divided into 10,000 shares at rupees 10 each. So authorized share capital is divided into issued capital and unissued capital. So first start with the issued capital. Issued capital is issued to general public. Suppose company issues 80,000 shares at rupees 10. So the value is rupees 8 lakh. So this is the amount of issued capital. And remaining 20,000 shares at rupees 10 is called unissued capital. So issued capital is divided into two parts. First is subscribed capital and second is unsubscribed capital. Suppose only 60,000 shares are subscribed by the public is called subscribed capital. So amount is 60,000 shares at rupees 10 each is equal to 6 lakhs. And out of 80,000 shares, 60,000 shares are subscribed, then 20,000 shares are unsubscribed. So the value is 10,000 shares at rupees 10 is equal to 2 lakhs. So 2 lakh is the amount of unsubscribed share capital. So students, again subscribed capital is divided into two parts, called up capital and uncalled capital. Suppose company out of 10 rupees they want only 7 rupees per share. So 60,000 shares at rupees 7 is equal to 4,20,000. So it is called up capital. Then 3 rupees is the difference of share capital. It is called uncalled capital. Uncalled capital is the difference between subscribed capital and called up capital. So here 60,000 shares into 3 is equal to 1,80,000 is the amount of uncalled capital. So again called up capital is divided into two parts. First is paid up capital and second is calls in arrears. So paid up capital refers to the part of called up capital which is actually paid up by shareholder. So some shareholders might be default to pay the amount of money. So such money is called calls in arrears. So according to our example, one shareholder having 500 shares at rupees 2 is not paying the amount. So this is called calls in arrears. So total amount of calls in arrears is 500 shares into 2, that is 1000 rupees. So paid up capital is equal to called up capital less calls in arrear. So amount is 4,20,000 minus 1000 is equal to 4,19,000. And the last is reserved capital, which comes under uncalled capital. It is used only when the company winds up. So these are the various terms used in connection with the capital terms of company. So in the next part we will learn journal entries of this chapter.